Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. All right guys, so I have been exhausted. So I don't know if everybody else is feeling this tiredness, but I've just been trying to sleep, get enough rest. All right, Aquarius, it's the house 11 is the house you rule. Although right now, if you know a little astrology, Aquarius is actually in the second house. So, or if that makes sense. But you can always check birth chart stuff, see what's going on in the house of Aquarius or what's going on right now in the house of Aquarius. Right now, there's really nothing that I can see, but we got Saturn's in Pisces. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So I'm just going to pull a few cards for you. We're going to get a couple, hopefully, encouraging messages or just some advice. We're just going to see what comes out. Let's start with one of these. Okay. So I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. Oh, we got the Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. So a couple of the quotes and things for the Queen of Wands is, and one day she discovered that she was fierce and strong and full of fire, and that not even she could hold herself back because her passion burned brighter than her fears. That is really good to go with this energy that these readings have been talking about. It's really about releasing old roles, old masks, old fears to really step into our truth, step into our authenticity, and go after our passions, even if it isn't what everybody would expect or from us or want us to do, whatever. It's about doing what you want to do, what you need to do, what your spirit's calling you to do. And I've been talking about this. It's like right now there's this feeling of, it is feeling like dissolution of the personality, the ego, and really like what we know of ourselves to try to accept or embrace or surrender to what our souls or our spirits are calling us forward to do, the choices to make, the really find that kind of like, this is my energy, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and then you just know and you go after it. And Queen of Wands is passionate, she's confident, she's spiritual, she's magical, she's fiery. Mark Anthony said that quote, by the way, and it says, I shine and sparkle wherever I go. And another quote is, whatever you do, be different. That was the advice my mother gave me. And I can't think of better advice for an entrepreneur. If you're different, you will stand out. And Anita Roddick said that. And another thing on here I wrote is, I embrace my unique shine. So stepping outside the norm, the box, really going after what you want to do, even if it goes against the norm maybe. It's kind of shining your own little special magic or light into the world. Okay, let's get a Sacred Rebels card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these cards, and then I'm going to pause it to find the page in the book so that I can refer to the book if I need to. I have been reading just short parts of it because I think it offers us, oh, nice, bring it into form. You could be really working on creating something here, going into something, doing something, whether this is work or just really stepping into something, stepping into a passion, a purpose, a presence, an energy, a vibe, whatever. There's something here feeling like, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to step into and bring into, step into my purpose and bring my goals into form. Oh yeah, say it. This, and I think this came out in the beginning of the readings. What I've been getting from this is working on something. This is working hard on something. This is being creative. This is being kind of organized. And I also have been seeing it like all these different, these could be different ways, or I've been getting this message of like doing something different, like the way you work, or the way you do your job, or the way you communicate, or the way you, just the way you handle yourself, the way, and it's all these different, whether it's people coming together to make something different and special and unique. That's not just one color. It's not just one pattern. It's a multitude of different things coming together to create something really magical and different. Or it could just be like different techniques, different, and these come through to me as like the rays of light. So like, also like all those aspects of each ray, like intelligence and unconditional love and science, and just using it all to create something that actually works and is physical, and but it's created with all these like different techniques, or like maybe attempts, maybe tries, maybe whatever, just to make something happen, make something come together. Let's shuffle that here. Okay, nice. Really working on something here. This could be going after a job, after a dream. You know, it's feeling like you want something, you're going after a dream or something, and really working on that technique, or that taking different perspectives into account, something like that. All right, let's see here. Ooh, a new one. I've had a lot of repeating cards through this round of reading, so it's nice to get, it's refreshing when we get a new one. Enough. You were born enough. Knowing you're enough, knowing you don't have to try harder, you don't have to do something more, you don't have to she's got her hands up kind of by her ears. It's almost like blocking out everything that says you can't do this, or you can't, or you aren't enough, or maybe you need to do more. And you're like, there's this feeling of spirit coming through and saying, oh, you're enough. Don't let anybody tell you you aren't. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Don't let anybody tell you you don't have it in you, or yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's get one of these. Oh, beautiful. Interesting. You got the Lover and the Beloved. Nice. And these readings do have different messages in them. So, you know, this is feeling like a union too. It's also coming in, there's a relationship kind of feeling coming in, but this can also be just really coming into union with yourself. You're feminine and masculine. Loving and being welcome and open to others loving you too. And that unconditional acceptance and love. What do we got? Past life activation. Okay, so we did just have, well, that 1111, which a lot of people believe this is a portal in numerology and stuff. And just, yeah, it's neat when we get numbers like that in our days, in our calendar. And it really does. And I know I've been feeling like all tired. There's just like, as we're going through time, you guys, we're getting a lot more, and it's fast. It's like kind of like once you learn like the groundwork to like math or something, everything else just kind of builds on it. And we're building on something here, and it's powerful. It's this freedom, and it's this feeling of spirit, or our souls really being activated, coming into our bodies. It's, even though it's been there, it's like, or we're being activated to recognize that this energy is within us, and it's not just asking, but it's almost demanding that we honor it, because that is our life force, that is our essence. So that is the feeling I get with this energy. And we got limiting beliefs. This situation calls for reprogramming your beliefs, believing you are enough, believing you can do something. If you are doubting that you can do something, or you're losing hope in something, or you don't think you can bring something together here, whether this is a relationship, or this is a project or a job, or this is a movement you need to make or step into to create something different for yourself. And this could be just a new, just been getting that kind of like new identity kind of energy, and like releasing old identities and roles and masks and stances, and really stepping into just that truth, that your truth. We got relief and repair. So this was a good energy. Feels like there is a energy kind of coming through here. Whether this is settling in right now, but it's like there could be some understanding here about the things. I know I've been thinking a lot about this, like some of the things we've done, or the triggers and the behaviors we've had in this life are really, really deeply seated, deeply rooted, if not in your past, like your childhood, past life. And, I've talked about this before, but sometimes, there's certain time periods and stuff that'll make me feel really, oof. And I know it's deep, and I know it's like in my DNA, and I don't know, you can believe what you want, but it can be like, hey, we're feeling this from our ancestors. They went through that. They got sick from a scarlet fever, or, something. And now when we see that time period, we get really ill, and it makes us feel a certain way. Holocaust stuff, like, oh man, like anything, Vietnam, whatever. It's just like, there's so many big things that, like, if you watch certain things, it just triggers. It's like, that, why is that? And it is because we're compassionate and empathic, but there's another like a physical reaction that happens when we're kind of recognizing that something we're carrying isn't really like happen in our lifetime or our experience. And that's when, you may be really, and also if there was something like you were really great at or powerful at in your past life, like look at your South Node. South Node is associated with past life. So see what your South Node is. This could be, and right now we got, like Aquarius and Aries, or not Aquarius and Aries, Aries and Libra are Aries in the North Node, Libra in the South Node, and this could be kind of an activation too, but this feels like something could be kind of coming in powerfully that you're good at, and it's something from, and I'm feeling this as good, but it's like, it could be like a feeling like, oh, I can't do something, and it's really just like a fear you're carrying from a past life. This could be about anything. You guys, a project, maybe writing a book, maybe putting something out there that just, but there's some feeling here of feeling connected to more than just this life, and understanding kind of a bigger purpose, maybe some karmic stuff. That's been a thing that everybody's feeling, like this karma doesn't have to be all bad, you guys. It can be good, but it's like realizing that, oh, this is the lesson I'm learning, or this is the thing it's like there's this feeling of having like this, and it could be a relief and repair from past life. So you could be feeling something really shifting within that's like, whoa, that's not like triggering me as bad, or wow, I think I've healed that, like, or I think I've worked on that, like whatever that was, that I don't really understand it, like some of those deep-seated like fears and those things we look at, like the triggers, the fears, stuff like that. We got examining self-identity. This has kind of been the energy through these readings. It's just taking a double look at yourself, going, what is it I want? Who is it I am? And what makes me feel? What makes my spirit, my heart feel like me? And without the conflict of the personality or the brain or the training or the conditioning getting in the way, we can really accomplish a lot of good things, you guys, because I believe we truly are good, great, wonderful energy, and we're to be sharing our lessons and the way we take those lessons and the way we heal from those lessons and share them with others so they can get through their times of feeling like less than, lower than, not enough, but we are enough. We know that. So we got, yes, this, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. It says the spiritual cleansing and protective means necessary to overcome any obstacle shall be granted to you. You can trust in what is happening in your life, especially the things that are breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain that you might be experiencing now is much less than the pain that would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. Yeah, that's feeling kind of towery. So this is something you could be experiencing also, where something didn't work out, so you're working on something different, or you're focusing your energy in a different direction, and it was just for a bigger purpose, a bigger picture that you may not understand, or we don't understand sometimes why what we really want, or we really worked hard on, isn't happening. But it's not, this is making me feel like it's not because you're not enough. It's because there's other things playing out, and maybe you have a different kind of purpose than like that job or that whatever, you know. There's something else here calling to you, and it might have just even came to you like there's this feeling of something big coming in, kind of telling you, hey, believe in yourself, believe you can do this. And yeah, there's feels good. Let's see what this is. When I show my work, others will give support. Could be a fear there of getting rejected by speaking, expressing, doing something, creating something, anything, you guys. But this is about you having spent a lot of time working on something, mastering something, and you're getting something built up here, like it's kind of the foundation, you know. I also look at this as like the mind, body, spirit, like really sharing that with others and contributing what you can to the project or to the plan or to the community or whatever it is. And it says, when I show my work, others give support. So not fearing stepping into something, doing something, working on something, creating something because of a fear of, oh, well, nobody's going to understand this, or nobody's going to get this, or nobody's going to have my back on this. When you truly show what you have been working on and what your contribution is, and it's authentic, people will support you. People will come through and they will support you. Even, you know, every one person counts, every 100 people count, every 5 people count. It doesn't matter. Every bit of support. It's also, I'm feeling this as a message too, is about being grateful for the ones who are there supporting you. Maybe have been supporting you. And just gratitude is kind of a big message right now too, because a lot of people are feeling like, oh, why can't I have what I want? Why isn't things happening the way I want them to, or when I want them to? Be grateful. Things are shifting for a reason, and we may not understand that reason, but the more gratitude brings more gratitude. It's, you know, being grateful for what you have brings more to be grateful for. And we don't want to always be in that like lack mentality, like I can't do this, I don't have enough, I ain't enough. Everything, we have enough, we are enough. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. Ooh, we got that Knight of Cups moving forward. This is action. This can be really deep emotional healing too, or going after something you were deeply emotionally passionate about. We got the 7 of Cups, making that choice. Making that choice to not be confused about what you're choosing to do, but choosing that one thing that you know will make you happy, you know will bring you joy, contentment, so that you can release yourself from a state of limiting beliefs, confusion, maybe feeling like, yeah, like something really like it's kind of feeling like that South Node or that past life is more of a like determined energy than maybe, maybe you found yourself to be maybe in this, and not just determined, but like almost like headstrong, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, I'll think of it, guys. Oh, nice. Ace of Pentacles. I like it. Okay, this looks good, you guys. Okay, 5 of Cups on the bottom. So really important right now to focus on the positive. Focus on what you have. This is like that gratitude. Focus on what's there. This is about changing your perspective on something. If something has come to an end, or you feel like you lost something, or some opportunity, or some, just know that there's still exactly what you need. It's still available to you, but you have to change your perspective to see it. Because if you keep looking at the same situation or the same thing and having the same, you're not going to see the good around you. You're not going to see the opportunities around you. You're not going to see what is there for you, because you're too busy seeing what wasn't meant for you. Okay, so that's also can create a lot of confusion, but this is also just making that choice, you guys. Making a choice for yourself to pick something, choose something. Just choosing is better than not choosing, but this is also maybe, you know, taking your time to make a good choice for yourself. But it is like, where am I going to plant my seeds? What am I going to begin? It's Ace of Coins here. This is something physical. This could be anything physical. I don't just look at coins as money. I look at it as really anything physical, relationships, projects, anything that's going to be manifested, built, and value. It has a lot of value, like earthly value, even jobs, passions, purposes, projects. Yeah, so there's definitely something here that I would say don't limit your. And this is also about dreaming too. The Seven of Cups. It's also about, you know, not just narrowing it down to that one, but maybe contemplating all the different ways or options or things you can do to make something happen, to build something, and then making that choice. You could be trying to heal something here, because this relief and repair is here. So you could be trying to heal even a relationship, or bring something here together that maybe, you know, it's just you. Yeah, there's just this powerful energy of really working on something here and wanting to bring that forward, move into that. Oh, I love it. This is good energy, you guys. So this situation calls for reprogramming your belief system. Do not limit your opportunities or choice. Like, do not think you can't do something. Don't let other people tell you are magic, or you don't have power or control, or you can't do something. That your soul saying, yes, you can. Why would I be pushing you to move forward with this? Or why would you feel like this if you couldn't do it? This is your energy. This is what you're meant to do. It's something like that, you guys. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to find the pages in the book, and then I will come back and read like the important stuff out of the book that I feel pops out. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So, all right. The first one was this: bring it into form. So definitely wanting to go after something here, having some clarity on something you want emotionally, spiritually. You've learned a lot about something here, and you are mastering something, like I said, and want to move forward, bring it forward, maybe to someone, something, just bringing it to form. And the Knight of Cups energy is, and the Queen of Wands here, which was that first, is putting that fire and that emotion and that passion into it. And it's about believing in your dreams too, and learning from our failures, our fallbacks, whatever, and still moving forward regardless with the lessons we've learned to build something really sustainable, and learning that we can really create something here that's new and can be in alignment with our physical body and our spiritual selves also. But making sure we focus our energy on just one thing, even though there's a lot of options. That might be one of the things here that you're looking at here, kind of going, oh, there's just so much. But to really make something happen, to really nurture one thing, can really bring something to fruition here. Okay, let's look here. Oh, and yep, if you've been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't dally or dither about the details. And that could be the Seven of Cups too, being confused about how many details to put in, or how much, all the different, like, and that's also this too. It's getting organized and really preparing and planning and organizing in a way that's focused and determined, and just working on that one thing here, focusing in on that one thing. Yes. Okay. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover. Opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back as you are moved forward. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. So if you're worried about not having support, or not having other contributions, or not being able to bring something into form, it's saying don't worry about it. Now is a yes. Just focus on that dream, or that what you're working on. If this is working on something within the self or outside of the self, something that's really in alignment for you. There's just a few little bumps we all have to get through, and those fears of not being enough, maybe not having enough support, limiting your, maybe even your ideas of what you need to create something or to do something, like that you have to be more, you have to do more. When maybe it's just as simple as just starting the project or starting the thing that you're just sitting down and starting it, doing it, and see what happens and see what comes together here, because it's something really nice, you guys. Let's look here. This oracle, well, let me see here. There is a sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into a limited physical form. Okay, so that's coming through big with this limiting belief. So it's like you may have a dream, like, oh, like the perfect idea of like where you want to live or the job you want to do or the relationship you want to have or whatever it is. There's a dream here, and it's very Neptunian. It's very like, it's feeling very like dreamy, and where it almost could be feeling like illusion-y, okay? But it's not coming through like that with this message. It's coming through saying, hey, those are limiting beliefs. And there's a feeling here of believing in dreams and believing in what you want to happen and knowing that you have the energy to create that, the passion and the fire. You have the fire inside to do that. And you've learned a lot emotionally about how to move forward, and you've learned a lot, and you're taking that forward. So this is really nice, you guys. I like this energy. So not about being perfection, not about waiting until something's perfect or these circumstances are perfect, but just starting to take those steps, focusing on one thing at a time here. If it requires like planning, preparation, stuff like that, I'm just feeling like you're really being driven forward on something here, and not to limit it and say, oh, that just can't be physical. Like that's just a dream, or that's just, yeah, like my physical world ain't going to allow that. With that mindset, it won't. That's also what that Five of Cups, it's about changing that perspective. And that's also about this limiting beliefs. You have to believe in dreams. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your passion and what you're being driven towards and to do. Even if it's just kind of going against the physical reality of what you're seeing or what you're experiencing, sticking with the work, sticking with what you're doing. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete. This oracle, and that is this trying to turn something really a dream into reality. And there might be something lost. It might not be the whole dream, because there's like little elements in there. It's like, well, something a little different there, but it's still allowing that dream to happen without all the elements, if that makes sense. It's not going to be there's nothing like perfect, but it's going to be like perfect. There's something here that's perfectly imperfect. That's what it's feeling like. It says, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. It's already waiting for you. So on you must go, moving forward. And so this could be really consuming you. And I do get that a lot with this next card. It's like you could really be working really hard on something here. And Spirit saying, okay, just put it together and make that choice and get this started. Just plant this seed, get this started so that I can give you your next inspiration, this next thing, the next step. And it says it's already waiting for you, so on you must go. This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to higher wisdom of life. It may or may not happen by traditional routes, even if it seems unimaginable. When it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. If you have drawn this oracle, okay, so that one doesn't go because we didn't draw the Sacred Fool. Okay, so that's really just kind of confirming what I was already feeling, but that's definitely, let's go to this one here. This is that. I'm putting this stuff together, and yeah, let's look. Take your needle, my child, and work at your pattern. This is what I've been getting with this. Is like everybody else might be doing the same, and this is also about changing patterns, creating a different pattern. Like I said, doing the work differently, maybe approaching something differently, maybe with a different belief system, maybe with a different approach. maybe, yeah, there's just something, it's productivity, control, and organization. So getting organized, getting productive, getting focused, and putting it all together to create something that's different. And it might not fit into like the box even of what, like, maybe even what you thought it was going to be, but it's going to be something really nice and beautiful. Life is like that. It says it will come out rose by out a rose by and by. Life is like that, one stitch at a time, taken patiently, and pattern will come out all right, like embroidery. I love that. So this card considers the gathering of separate elements, people, or ideas, from the everyday nuances of family dynamics to managing the corporate team. Approaching something differently, working on something differently, bringing lots of different things together to create one unified energy, and unified effort, energy creation, okay? Be wary of over-controlling, micromanaging, or getting lost in the details. Once again, that's coming in. So there's a feeling here of getting lost in the details, focusing too much on the little stuff and not the big picture. Although it is a step-by-step process, you could be getting sidetracked with like maybe illusions, maybe like distractions, pulling you away from what you're working on. I've been getting that through this energy too. Like that could be happening for a lot of people. So really stay focused on what you're doing here, your intention here. Allow each participant to contribute fully and not be undermined by one person's overall position. So this is allowing everybody to come to the table with what they have to bring, being open-minded to the differences, the different ways, approaches, the different light, the different personalities, the different everything coming together to create something really nice here. Okay, that's nice. All right, let's go to this one. Enough. I love that. I love that. Okay. Okay. Throughout life, we grow either toward or away from embodying our spirit selves. The direction away from our spirit self is often poorly compensated with a false identity, and that's another thing that's coming through, is this examining self-identity at the end here. It's like really needing to reevaluate what it is you're doing, whether this is a job, a career, something, or maybe it's what you're not doing, that you feel passionately driven towards doing and you're just resisting it or fighting it because of your personality, and you're letting that take away from your like soul. Like your soul could be saying, mend this, fix this, heal this, bring this together, and you're like, no, it's too much. Like I'm feeling like there's too much to do, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with like, it's just, there's a feeling here of needing to really feel what it is you want and go for it. I am feeling that. Yeah, so it says it's poorly compensated with a false identity that further weakens our power, autonomy, and authenticity, even amongst apparent success. Yeah, even if it seems successful, like, oh, this is working. Yeah, this is definitely, this is paying the bills, or this is, I'm comfortable. We don't just want to be comfortable. We want to be in love. We want to be passionately doing something we love. We want to be, all of ourselves want to be in it, not just our bodies in it, not just our minds in it, but our spirits want to be in it. And that's the thing about the soul, or the spirit, our energy. It wants to be what it is. And a lot of the times, especially in the way society is built, but this is shifting and changing. It's just, there's sometimes not allowance for maybe certain energies, but you can work those in. You can work those into even everything you're doing. So that's another message coming through. A life constructed from self-compromise and erasure will shatter from the inside out, much like a mansion built on a hollow foundation will crumble. I was kind of getting that tower energy here with this one, saying, whatever's falling away, if there's something falling away here because you're actually coming into your power, it may feel like I'm not coming into my power, I'm losing stuff. In the dream, you will lose things, but the dream is still there. Just maybe the idea of what the job was, or the person, or whatever the dream was, it might lose a few elements, but it's really about making it happen. It just might not look exactly how you envisioned it. A life can, I read that. Let's see here. Tune in to an aspect of your life that does not feel right, inspiring, or true to you. The mother asks you to step up and move forward with clarity and firm commitment to what is right for you and by you. She asks you to identify what is enough for you rather than prioritizing any desires or expectations of the outside world. So this is, am I enough? Am I doing enough? It's not focusing on are they enough? Is that enough for me? Is that place, it's about knowing you're good enough for not even just good enough. You are enough. And what you're working on inside is directly creating what's happening outside. There's something here about staying committed to something here, staying with something, even if you're feeling confused or distracted or put off by something that feels maybe like it's not working or it's falling away. It's saying, the dreams, there's something here, the bigger vision is, some things are going to get lost in the shuffle and some things aren't going to be there at the end of this transformation, at the end of this manifestation, but what you really focus on and what you really want will be. And that's not a person or a certain job. It's just going to be the energy. It's going to be what you want to express. It's what your spirit wants to express. So the love you want to express, it may not be through that relationship. It may be through another relationship, but you will be able to be expressive with that feeling. Or it may not be in that building or that job or that title, but you will be able to exercise your creative input, and you'll be able to bring what you have to the table in a way that you weren't able to in that previous thing. So that is what I'm getting. Oh, excuse me, I got the sneezes. Oh, okay, so look inside yourself. Know that what you have is enough. And if things are falling away around you, that just don't let that make you feel like you're not enough. It's just not the right place to express that or do that work or whatever. All that you are, all that you have, and all that you do is enough. It is more than enough. So give yourself permission to simply be. If you're tired, do less. And if you lack pleasure, do more of what brings you joy. Always be you. Breathe with your wings outspread. You are the spirit self's facilitator, not jailer. Yeah, we're not supposed to be holding this back. We're supposed to be helping it, facilitating it, helping it grow, nurturing it, not being like, no, you can't express that, or you can't drain that, or you can't make that happen. It's like, it's crazy. There is nothing to add, win, acquire, achieve, or improve in order to be enough. It's just like you have enough right now. If you're waiting to be more or do more or heal more or whatever, you're right. You're right where you need to be. You were born enough, and definitely went through so much here, learning, growing, and from this place of inherent enoughness, respect yourself and your eternal right to be all that you are by aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your spirit self. I love that. I really do love that. Okay, let's read this. The lover and beloved. It is not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. That could be something here too. You want to express something here. There's something you want to bring forth. There's something you want to share. You may be receiving a lot, but there's something you want to give to. You want to put yourself into. I am getting that. And it says, I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me and never letting you be apart from me again. There's so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. This is moving closer to something. Now, this doesn't have to be a lover. It's something you're in love with. It could be a passion, a purpose, a project. But there's something you want to move towards. Go, run towards it. It's too far of a distance. It feels too... It's almost like the perspective is saying it's too far out there. It's too big of a dream. It's too unbelievable. It's too unattainable. And I'm getting this strongly as Spirit saying, no, it's not. And that's your limiting beliefs. And that's your perspective or perception. And there is relief and there is repair and there is a lot coming in. There's just a need to examine something here about who you are and like how much power and passion you have for something here. It's a lot more than you may even... And it's not you. It's like your spirit's purpose or your spirit's work is what I'm feeling more. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care, where you and I once were you and I. For instead, we will be one. I was feeling that, like bringing something into unified togetherness. There isn't you and I. It's just us. It's just one, you know? And this could be spiritually too, just getting in alignment with yourself and your beliefs and your all of it. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Oh, I love that. Okay, let's see. Will you allow love in? Will you heed the holy desire? Say yes. Another big yes in this reading. It's like, okay, if there's something you're like, oh, I just don't know, or you're confused, or it's just like, get into it, do it, say yes, get this, like, kind of, I feel like saying, get it done and over with, like, because there's something else too, getting ready to, wanting to happen through you, but until this is done or resolved or acknowledged or until the seeds at least planted, there's a feeling here that there's not really room to do anything else until whatever this is taken care of, whatever this is. So this is really nice. It's about not resisting what you passionately love and what you want in your life, not resisting and thinking it isn't enough or you aren't enough. And that's what I'm getting is something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of more sustenance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life, with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in. I love that. So this oracle brings you special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. That is that Queen of Wands energy. I love that, you guys. Somebody could be bringing in something here that, yeah, or you just want to move towards it, and it's saying, this is a yes, this is a yes, this is a yes, yes, yes. I'm getting it all over this reading, all right? This past life activation. You have talents within that have been developing through many varied life experiences, and you've had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them consciously, helping you evolve and grow into the loving being that you are today. Your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual power and to assist the divine plan unfolding throughout the universe is heard and supported by the spiritual worlds in all ways. To this end, past life material is being activated now for your benefit and greater good. Nice. So it's coming to you when a power you developed in a past life that would be useful for you to access in your current life. So that's what I was feeling, is like something that you were really profound at or good at could just be coming to the surface here to be dealt, like to be utilized. Like it could be like an energy that just, you're like, whoa, that's kind of like not like me, because it's like your past self or that past power you had, or that past abundance you did feel in maybe a past life that maybe you're not feeling right now, is going to come in to help support you in what you're doing now. This could be like, hey, you were like a totally like fierce, like leader type. And like in this lifetime, maybe you haven't been such a leader. Maybe you've been more of like a, and that leader energy is coming in, that confidence is coming in, something that maybe you haven't felt a lot this life, but it's there. And in this is if you believe in past lives and etc. I do, but yeah, it's really interesting. So sometimes we just find that that's what I'm feeling here, where like things are going to come in to help you continue to work on something, master something here, create something, get something done so you can start something new with that. Like get the seed planted, get it all figured out, and then something new is going to come in here. Feels like kind of a like one thing after another, like, but good. It's not feeling negative at all. Perhaps your gift was challenging to a community in a past life, whereas now it would be more readily accepted because that community has matured spiritually over time. I have felt this in my own past life activation. It's like whatever, it's like I was doing or whatever, it felt very, and it caused me a lot of fear this lifetime to not step into like confidence or, but it's like, this is a different time for talking about, like, I could have wrote a book in a past life about energy and about like just this kind of stuff, and people just, it wasn't resonating. And now it's a different time, and you got to keep trying. And I don't think we stopped working on our soul's growth and our mission, the missions, just in one lifetime. It's a continuous building process. It's a continuous work. If you don't achieve, and there's always more, there is, always more you can be bringing to a project, or just our growth. It's our evolution. It's bringing to the table. We can always, but it's also really stressing that there's enough. You have enough right now to bring to this project or this relationship. Even if you're like, I just want to be better at this, or I want to know more of this, or I need to perfect this, or it's just saying you are enough, like right now. And even if you feel like, oh man, I don't have enough, energy for this, I don't have enough time for this, I don't have enough maybe emotional whatever for this, it's saying something from your past life, or maybe your DNA, however you look at the past life thing. It could be DNA is being activated and sparking you forward to be able to handle something or really do something. It's going to give you some extra power here. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it could be even like that ancestral energy coming in and saying, yeah, I did that. Like, this was my thing, and this is part of you too, because you carry my energy. So however you look at that, I know, everybody sees it differently, but that's what I'm getting. It's like something coming in from within, to really give you what you think you don't have enough of, you do have enough of. And it's going to help you go beyond these limiting beliefs about yourself, what you're capable of, and maybe even what you believe in. So I'm getting that because I was talking about like what you believe in, but yeah, there could be a real feeling of like something coming in here that's like, where did that come from? And it could really shift you and say, maybe there is something to, my great 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 grandmother or grandfather, they did this. And it's like you're carrying something special here that's going to come in and really support you in this lifetime. I am feeling that. That's a pretty powerful message. Okay, that's really nice. So if you've been considering a new line of work, feeling you'd like to explore or express different talents, or have the urge to develop an interest and transform it into a vocation, you are very likely already feeling the stirrings of the past life activation now taking place for you. Trust the changes you feel. A part of your divine inheritance is being restored to you. Something coming in here, something from the past. Like I said, either way, helping to move you forward with a passion, with a drive, and it is feeling very built in. It's part of you. It's part of your energy. It's part of your soul. All right, we bring you the blessing of relief and repair. I love that. This could be repairing, as I was talking about DNA and stuff, repairing your ancestral DNA or energy or energetic imprints, like karma. That's been kind of a thing for these readings. It's like really healing and repairing these like karmic things we've been carrying. And there's good stuff too coming in. Like there's blessings too in everything that our ancestors have went through and we are going through. It's just, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Our warmth and nurturing will restore and rebalance your body, mind, and soul when the light of spirit burns too brightly. Spiritual light is like the light of the sun. It brings life and joy, but too much can burn. If that happens to you, you will feel overwhelmed, overheated, overexcited, or overstretched, mentally, physically, or emotionally. We will help you recover and increase your ability to be exposed to spiritual light again in the future without becoming overloaded or burnt out. So if there was a time when you, say, maybe approached something or worked on something, attempted to do something, it could have just been overwhelming and you could have kind of pulled away from it, but it's so you can approach it again or attempt something again or work on something, put yourself into something that maybe you feel like, oh man, that was like too much for me, or that was like, it's saying that was building you up. This has been about building you up to do this, and you have enough now. And you've had enough. It's just, we kind of also got to learn that sometimes things can feel like overwhelming when we first approach things because we are like picking it apart, or we don't believe in ourselves, or Other things we let distract us. But once we mature and we start realizing, hey, this is really what I want, this is what I want to put my energy into, things really come together. So there's a feeling, it says, we ask you to soften and relax into our rich red energy now, which nurtures you with a cooling, restorative life force of the Earth Mother. We shall help you naturally discharge excess energy. So if you're feeling really overwhelmed, full of like maybe a lot of confusing energy or just a lot of overwhelming energy, this is saying we're going to help calm and soothe you through this change, this shift, this project. If it feels like a lot, we're going to help keep you grounded. Just, really, we revive, strengthen, and fortify you with our nourishing grace. I love that. The Oracle of Relief and Prayer comes with a message about your spiritual growth. You may or may not be aware of it, but you are learning to call more spiritual light into your body. Your mind and your life. Perhaps you have been praying to the universe more, asking for help. Perhaps you have been meditating more often, or reading spiritual books, or opening your mind to new levels of consciousness. Perhaps your soul has just been growing, even if you don't quite know why it is happening or recognize it consciously. This is all good. However, your body needs time to adjust to this increase in light. And this is where, like, getting tired or exhausted, or, it's really taking our time with these shifts and realizing, oh man, and really like that examining that self-identity and going deep down into our bones, into our DNA, into our energy, and kind of feeling what's there, and what wants to be utilized in this lifetime to help not only evolve you, but the world, like help others too, because this is a collective experience. So we all have something to contribute here. It's just, what is your part in it, and what are you bringing to the table? It's kind of going deep down. That can really take it out of you when you start recognizing, well, I'm not just doing this for the nice car, or the 70 whatever inch smart TV. I don't even watch TV, but it's like there's something here bigger than that happening. Okay, I love that. Take a short rest and repair now, so you don't become unwell or overloaded and need to take much longer break later on. Definitely step back, take a break to make that really solid choice for yourself and rejuvenate yourself here. Let's see. Anything else this oracle also indicates that any situation that may appear to be never ending is not so. That something is going to be finished here. Something is going to be completed. There is a completion happening here. So if you're like, this is never going to end, or this workload's never going to end, or this turmoil is never going to end, something is ending, and it's so that you can experience something much needed peace. At this point, it's happening. You are being given the healing that you need. Yes, never ending, if not so, and any brokenness of heart or will, defeat, or apparent failure can and will be resolved and restored through the hand of her radiant grace. That's really nice. So any past failures or any sense of like just being depleted, worn out, like you can't do something, like you can't continue on with something, you can't finish something, Spirit coming in saying, nope, this is a time to rest, and we will, I'm getting that Four Swords energy, we will come in, we will just shine our healing light on you and our healing love, and you will bounce into a more vibrant place after you've recuperated from maybe some failures, maybe things not coming together exactly how you envisioned, but that's all in the past. Now we're just moving forward here, making that one choice to take care of ourselves, to love ourselves, and to go after what we truly feel passionate and loving towards. So we can have that Ace of Pentacles, you guys, which I love. Okay, examining self-identity. Oh, okay. Modern culture is a big fan of labels and identities. On one hand, this can be empowering for a person who has struggled to belong all their life. Look at the term empath, for example. What an empowering term. This term helps us understand our nature, although for some people it sets them apart from others. Keep in mind that everyone is empathic to one degree or another. This is our biology, our physiology. This leads me to say that we cannot blame everything in our lives on being an empath any more than we can on what our zodiac sign is. Labels don't have to be divisive. It is encouraging that in so many cultures we are allowed to be ourselves and identify as who we feel ourselves to truly be. It has been a long, hard road to establish the reality of diversity in the modern world. No thanks to Abrahamic religions. Naturally, this still comes with social challenges, and well, it is simply part of the territory. Sometimes it takes time and compassion to bring others to our level and to help them understand. The term ego is not necessarily a negative one. If someone is egotistical, that is different. The ego itself, psychologically, relates to our self identity. And there is nothing wrong with this because it is part of our beautiful rainbow of human nature. The experiences we've had, that's all like personality stuff, but we still have this drive inside that's not related to the personality. But it's just because it is part of our beautiful rainbow of human nature. As long as no one is being harmed, we should feel the allowance to proudly be ourselves, whoever we are. Gender, racial, and sexual orientation variances are part of the rainbow spectrum that we are finally beginning to socially align with in this day and age. However, this card is not restricted to these things and will pertain to different meanings for different readers or clients. Okay, so this is just really saying it's okay to be different. And I did feel that with this past life activation, like maybe something wasn't accepted, or some maybe project, purpose, goal, maybe personality, like the way that something it just wasn't accepted, or it wasn't looked, it was maybe frowned upon, or a project or something just didn't come through, didn't happen, and now there's a time to, an opportunity to bring something to the table and to fruition. That's what I am getting. So that is your guys' reading. I hope it helps somebody, and as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching your readings. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.